Over the last few years, the Aperture Company, as ever at the forefront of research in the fine arts transport sector, has been studying the application of RFID technology in the handling of works of art using various tools and means. The project is in the experimental stage and foresees a development in cooperation with the Ufficio dei Beni Culturali del Patriarcato of Venice, whose director, the architect Don Gian Matteo Caputo, is also the scientific officer of the IT inventory of the property of Italian dioceses, promoted by the CEI, Conferenza Episcopale Italiana, in concert with the Istituto Centrale per il Catalogo e la Documentazione del Ministero per i Beni e le Attività Culturali. The collaboration with the Venice office will allow the testing of an application within the ambit of works of art movement, safeguarding and evaluation. RFID, or radio frequency identification, is a technology for the automatic identification of objects, animals or persons, AIDC, automatic identification and data capture, based on the capacity to store and remotely access this data using electronic devices called tag or transponders, which are able to respond by conveying the information housed in them when questioned. It is, in a certain sense, a wireless reading system. The RFID system is based on the remote reading of information housed in an RFID tag by using RFID readers. There are different types of RFID tags, some of them ISO standard regulated. The UHF RFID and ultra-wide band tags are active, semi-active and passive. The active tags are battery-powered. The semi-active tags are battery-powered only to keep the inner circuit active, whereas for the irradiation they employ part of the energy received by the radio wave that also transmits the information, while the passive tags do not have any inner source of power, but get their energy from the radio wave sent to the reader that questions it in order to activate it and start retransmitting data. The element which characterizes an RFID is the transponder or tag, and it is composed of a microchip that contains data, among which is a universal unique number written on the silicon, an antenna. In very few cases, a battery is utilized. The antenna receives a signal that, through the induction principle, transforms into electrical energy and feeds the microchip. In this way, the microchip conveys the data housed in it through the antenna signal transmission circuit to the system receiving the data. In short, an RFID tag is able to receive and transmit the data in the chip to an RFID transceiver via radio frequency. In recent years, the automatic identification procedure, AutoID, has generated a great deal of interest and is developing in every industrial field, from that of the purchase and distribution of logistics services to manufacture, engineering, industry, and home automation. So far, the developments for the logistical industry consist of identifying every container and shelf with a tag, reducing errors in collection, and providing sure item identification, item tagging for a single object, or box tagging. It is not necessary to open the packaging to check the contents by looking for a barcode, as it is no longer necessary to carry out a manual count for an inventory check. Through a series of remote scanning, it is possible to identify and check the presence of specific objects in storage, In fact, the technology enables the reading of multiple tags at the same time, generally up to 100. The technology enables a real-time inventory of the goods in stock and the reordering of an item that needs replacing. The technology utilized is an 868 MHz ISO 18006 tag. The experience gained by Aperture so far has led to the creation of a computerized procedure based on RFID technology, which on the one hand enables the warehouse monitoring of the handling of the crates used for the packing of works of art, and on the other monitoring the crated works shipment status during both outbound and inbound transport. In this context, we find integration with the Management Information System, which allows smooth and efficient consultation of the crate's availability and features with a real-time data update. The activities affected by the automation procedures are: tag insertion in the wooden containers used for packing works of art, work of art shipments utilizing the aforementioned crates, return of the shipment crates, stockpiling of crates returning from shipment. The basic elements of the system are the passive RFID tags operating on the UHF band with appropriate dimension memory applied to the crates by a shock-proof label printed with the company logo containing the tag with identification corresponding to the stored code. The data inserted on the tag will therefore be crate identification code. This code univocally identifies the crate and is utilized as a reference on the shipment documents. It corresponds to the code inserted on the labels put on the crates. It is also printed on the surface of the tag itself. Dimensions: crate height, length, and depth. The reading-writing systems can be both of a fixed type, antenna, or portable, handheld computer. They interface through a management unit. The RFID systems on the UHF band 869 to 915 MHz offer numerous advantages, such as a long-distance reading 3 to 5 meters and the possibility of reading multiple tag codes at the same time.